Emily was a young girl with insecurities that she struggled to overcome. She had always felt like she didn't quite fit in with her peers, and her self-doubt had prevented her from pursuing her passions and achieving her goals. However, everything changed when she joined a sports club and met a group of girls who would become some of her closest friends. For as long as she could remember, Emily had struggled with a sense of inadequacy. She felt like she wasn't smart enough, pretty enough, or talented enough to be truly successful. Instead of focusing on her strengths, she fixated on her weaknesses, which only further eroded her confidence. Her parents were supportive and encouraging, but Emily had a hard time believing in herself. She saw other kids at school excelling in sports, music and other areas, and felt like she could never measure up. Even when she did well academically, she worried that it wasn't enough. One day, Emily's mother suggested that she try joining a sports club. Emily was hesitant at first, since she had never been particularly athletic, but she decided to give it a try. When she arrived at the club for her first practice, she was intimidated by the other girls there. They all seemed so confident and self-assured, while Emily felt small and insignificant. Despite her reservations, Emily quickly found that she loved sports. She loved the energy and excitement of being part of a team, and the rush of adrenaline she felt when she was playing on the field. Even more than that, she loved the sense of camaraderie that she felt with the other girls on her team. At first, Emily was timid and hesitant during practices and games. She was too afraid of making mistakes to take risks and try new things. However, as she got to know her teammates better, she began to feel more comfortable around them. They were all supportive and kind, and they encouraged her to push herself outside of her comfort zone. Over time, Emily began to gain confidence in her abilities. She discovered that she was actually quite fast and nimble on the field, and that she was able to anticipate other players' movements with ease. Her coach started to take notice of her talent, and he began giving her more opportunities to showcase her skills. Emily's newfound confidence didn't just impact her performance on the field, however. It started to spill over into other areas of her life as well. She felt better about herself overall, and she was more willing to try new things and take on new challenges. She started to raise her hand in class more often, and she even auditioned for a school play. At the same time, Emily's friends were having a positive influence on her. They were a diverse group, each with their own unique talents and personalities. Some were outgoing and boisterous, while others were quieter and more introspective. However, what they all had in common was that they were supportive and kind to one another. They lifted each other up and helped each other overcome their obstacles. Emily's friends could see how hard she was working to improve herself. They knew that she struggled with self-doubt and negative self-talk, and they were determined to help her see herself in a better light. As Emily spent more time with her friends, she discovered how they each had their own strengths and weaknesses. But what made them special was how they each worked to support and encourage one another. Over time, Emily started to believe in herself more fully. She began to trust her instincts and to be more confident in both her abilities and her personality. She was still a work in progress. Of course, her self-doubt had been deeply ingrained for a long time, but the progress she had made was significant. One day, Emily's coach pulled her aside after practice and congratulated her on how far she had come. He told her that he could see her potential and that she had a bright future ahead of her if she continued to work hard and believe in herself. Emily was surprised by how much his words meant to her. She had always been hesitant to accept compliments or praise, but she found herself grinning widely as she left the field that day. As Emily grew more self-assured and confident, she began to realize that those qualities were contagious. She found that the more confident she felt, the more she was able to encourage and inspire others to feel confident as well. Her friends looked up to her as a leader, and Emily was happy to be able to help them see their own unique strengths and talents. In the end, Emily's sports club became much more than just a place to practice and compete. It was a community of friends who had each other's backs, who lifted each other up and supported each other through thick and thin. Emily felt incredibly lucky to be a part of such a wonderful group of people, and she knew that no matter where her life took her, she would always remember the lessons she had learned there. Above all, Emily had learned that true success wasn't about being perfect or flawless /. It was about being brave enough to try, to fail, and to try again. To her, that was the most valuable lesson of all.
Thank you for watching. If you like the content, do not forget to subscribe and like. This makes us very happy, and leave a comment if you like, or share the video with your friends.